What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 Cabo Wabo 250. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Xfinity Series headed to the 2-mile racetrack known as Michigan International Raceway. The last time we raced through Michigan, we saw Ty Gibbs pick up his 4th or 5th victory of 2023. He's back this weekend in the Xfinity Series race to defend that crown and go back-to-back at Michigan. He attempts to do that this weekend. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. The weather is actually looking really promising for this weekend. It's going to be 78 degrees the high with 60 degrees as the low for right now, only a 20% chance of rain. Weather should be better for this weekend. Granted, the weather can change throughout the day as it's early in the week, but the weather is looking more promising going into this weekend for Michigan International Raceway. Now let's talk about the track a little bit. This track is known for drafting. There's going to be a lot of passing, and the draft is going to work quintessentially this weekend at Michigan International Raceway. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those of you new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the week. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers spec on really good under front equipment who need a good run this weekend. And I do my winner's pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And then I do drivers you need to watch out for. And unlike the Cup Series, for the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, I do 4 drivers you need to watch out for instead of 5. So anyways, let's go ahead and finally jump into picks. Who are my psych picks for the Cabo Wabo 250? My first psych pick for this weekend in Michigan is a driver of the 2 car for Rich Choice Racing, that being Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed has been falling off the cliff the last few weeks. He was like 50 or 60 points above the cutoff line, and now Sheldon Creed is like 23 or 24 points above the cutoff line. Riley Hurts has closed that gap, and also Park Clearman has closed that gap as well on Sheldon Creed. And he cannot afford to have a bad race. While RCR has been good at times at this racetrack throughout the team's history, I just don't trust Sheldon Creed in the 2 team this weekend. They've been very inconsistent this year. They've shown good pace and speed at times, but they've also been very inconsistent. So sadly, I think Sheldon Creed is going to finish outside the top 20 and lose more ground on the gap this weekend at Michigan. My second suck pick for this weekend at Michigan is a driver of the 24 car for Sam Hunt Racing, Connor Mosack. Connor Mosack has struggled in 2023, and I really haven't rated him highly on the ovals this season. The last time he raced at Road America as well, he caused a caution because pit crew made a stupid mistake. And Connor Mosack, like I said, has not been very good on the ovals. Therefore, I think he's going to have something bad happen to him this weekend, and sadly, I think he's going to struggle in that number 24 car. I think he's going to finish near the back of the field. I know that 24 car with Sage Cameron had a really good run this past weekend at Road America, but I don't think that's going to be the case for Connor Mosack. I think he's sadly going to struggle this weekend at Michigan. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for this weekend at Michigan. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend is a local native, and he's only making, I think, his 4th or 5th Xfinity Series start of his NASCAR Xfinity Series career. The driver to 77 car for Spire Motorsports, that being Carson Hocevar. Carson Hocevar has been really strong this year in 2023. It might be one of the more underrated drivers and one of the prime drivers coming up through the lower series currently at the moment. Carson's already scored 3 wins in the Truck Series season in 2023, most recently coming at Richmond. And also, he's had 2 top 10 finishes in the select Xfinity Series starts that he's ran. I know they've got alliance with Junior Motorsports that Spire Motorsports does, but still, I think Carson Hocevar, who could be a prime candidate for the 8 car next year for Junior Motorsports in 2024. Carson Hocevar definitely, I will think, will be a threat, and I think he's got a really good chance, maybe underdog to win, but certainly think he's also got a chance to get another top 5 this weekend here at Michigan. And now we'll go ahead and jump to the second driver that is my underdog pick, and that's the driver of the 78 car for BG McLeod Motorsports, Anthony Alfredo. Anthony Alfredo has been definitely really solid so far in 2023. No, he's had a lot of mistakes and issues that really haven't been his fault. He's caught a lot of bad breaks. However, with this track being like a drafting track, of how good he's been on the drafting style tracks this year in 2023, I think Anthony Alfredo is going to have a pretty solid run this week, and the team has really improved from 2022 to 2023. So therefore, I think Anthony Alfredo will have a good run. I think he'll get 10 for potentially top 10. I know that's kind of crazy to think about, but I think a top 10 is definitely possible. I think Anthony Alfredo will have a pretty solid and a pretty good run this weekend at Michigan. And now we're going to jump onto the winner's pick for this weekend at Michigan. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick for this weekend is the defending winner of this race for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the driver 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, that being the grandson of Joe Gibbs, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs not won an Xfinity Series race yet in 2023, but he has definitely been very consistent and has been very close to being up front. And before he had issues at Charlotte, he was arguably the fastest car and was likely going to win that race. I think Ty Gibbs is going to get it done this week, and he's been historically really, really good at Michigan through his NASCAR Xfinity Series career. I think that you're going to see Joe Gibbs give him a really strong car, really strong equipment, and I think Ty Gibbs will pick up his first Xfinity Series victory 2023. I think this will be his 8th or 9th career Xfinity Series victory if he gets it done. I think Ty Gibbs, though, will win this weekend at Michigan. And now we're going ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend in Michigan. Who are the drivers you should watch out for? The first driver you should watch out for is the driver of the 10 car for Kaulig Racing. That is AJ Allmendinger. AJ Allmendinger did win the Xfinity Series race here in 2021. And while I was a little critical of him running the Xfinity Series race last week at Road America, I think AJ is actually making a good decision to run this event. I think AJ's got a really good chance to get it done. The 10 cars have some great pace and great speed, especially AJ Allmendinger and Kyle Larson. I think Allmendinger will be fast and quick and will have a chance to win his third Xfinity Series race of 2023. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Michigan is the driver of the 21 car for Rich Schultz Racing, Austin Hill. Austin Hill is the current regular season points leader. He's already scored 4 wins in 2023. And he tends to be really, really good at the bigger oval tracks. And obviously, we'll have some Cup Series experience as well because he's going to run the Cup race for Beard Motorsports at Michigan as well. So I think Austin Hill's got a really good chance to get it done. It would not surprise or shock me if he becomes the first driver this season to win 5 races in 2023. I think Austin Hill will have a chance to win this week at Michigan. The third driver to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is a driver of the 00 car for Stewart-Haas Racing, and that is Cole Custer. I expect Cole Custer to be very, very fast. He's definitely a guy who has a really good chance to win. I think he's got an opportunity to win his first oval race of 2023. He has historically been pretty solid at this track in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The Cup stats really don't help him, but I think Cole Custer's got a really good chance and a really good possibility to contend, and he might be able to get his third victory of 2023. And the fourth driver to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is the driver of the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, John Hunter Nemechek. I know the last 2 weeks for John Hunter have not gone very, very good. He got involved in a crash at Pocono and then also got involved in a crash in multiple incidents at Road America. But I think John Hunter Nemechek is going to have a bounce-back weekend. I think he's going to be a threat to win. I think that you're going to see Joe Gibbs Racing give him really good cars and have great pace and great speed. And I think John Hunter Nemechek has a really good chance and a really strong possibility to potentially get his 5th win of 2023. I expect him to be a threat and a contender to win this weekend at Michigan. So, those are my race picks for the Cabo Wabo 250. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Sheldon Creed, Connor Mosack. My underdog picks are Carson Rosemart, Anthony Alfredo. My winner's pick is Ty Gibbs. And the ones to watch out for are AJ Allmendinger, Austin Hill, Cole Custer, and John Hunter Nemechek. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be for the race picks video for the Michigan race for Xfinity for the Cabo Wabo 250. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go over that and comment your picks below for this weekend in Michigan. Let me know your 2 suck picks, let me know your 2 underdog picks, and let me know your winner's pick for this weekend in Michigan. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, there's going to be a silly season update recapping all the silly season news throughout the 2023 season and going into 2024. Then on Wednesday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video on the channel. Then on Thursday, we'll have race picks for the Cup Series race in Michigan, followed by, of course, the SRX race view from Berlin Raceway. Then, of course, on Friday, there'll be a NASCAR news video on the channel and a lot of great content dropping on the channel as we get you guys set up and prepared for Michigan week. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.